the Fevers, they sold out 13,000. Their normal season attendance last year was like 2,900. So last night, Caitlin Clark, first overall pick for the WNBA, went on to, she thinks she's the all-time scoring record of all basketball.
Yes.
And in college, she even beat Pistol Pete Maravich's record, and she did it as she had one more year of eligibility.
Yeah.
She had one more year. She came out a year early.
What was that word?
Eligibility.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Problem. Eligibility. Hey, Tom, I said I wanted you back in a couple weeks. Well, go ahead and cancel that one out.
You're not eligible to come back.
You don't have it. Your eligibility at the BRN officially ran out. So she really changed. I think, Seth, wasn't it for the first time in the history, or maybe I'm wrong, that the finals in the women's NCAA had more viewership than the men's finals?
The first time in a very, very long time.
I think ever, probably.
Was it ever?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah, ever.
I would say it would have to be ever, right?
Ever, because I'm going to tell you this, just me as who I'm at, I never cared about watching the finals for the girls, but I watched this year's, right?
Exactly.
So I think this is the first year. And so that in itself shows you that this is, and everybody's, the darling, and everybody's watching this is Caitlin Clark. Now, SMU had some really, really good, players. South Carolina I don't know that you can ever beat them. I mean, they're South Carolina's women's team is the size of a lot of smaller college teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they were
6'8", 6'5", weren't they?
You mean smaller men's teams?
Yeah. Like maybe some Division II college men's teams, or even some high school teams.
Yep.
I mean, there's not a lot of high school teams that go 6'8", 6'7", 6'3", 6'2", 6 foot.
Nope.
So anyway, Caitlin Clark's the media darling. She's the first overall pick. They're saying like she's the Larry Bird, all this kind of stuff. I think she averaged 30 in college. 35 in college, I don't know. And so there's just a huge buzz that's come with her. Every place that she's played, they've had to move venues to at least double and triple the normal capacity of what they're used to playing. Lummy, when she played an exhibition game in the Dallas area, they usually play in front of 3,500 people. They sold out a 7,500 seat arena.
Sure did.
And then I think Then she had an exhibition game at Indiana, and the Pacers, their facility, I think it's called Gainbridge or some kind of financial center, whatever the hell it is. It's where the Pacers play. I think they have a capacity of about 17,500. The Pacers usually sell it out. The Fevers, they sold out 13,000. Their normal season attendance last year was like 2,900.
Yeah, and people keep saying it, but. So they weren't the worst team; they were the worst team.
Okay, well they had
People
the first
keep
pick.
saying that,
They had the first pick.
Exactly.
And so
I think this is a really sad example of the way things are these days. I mean, is it not cool to have heroes anymore?
No, they just want to. It is, but for a certain portion of people, it's cool to be a dick to the heroes and just like try to automatically hate the heroes.
Yeah, but let's break the numbers down on this. She scored 20 points, right?
Right.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so it's her first WNBA game, right? So,
right. Well,
okay,
hold on, Tom. Let's start first with the business end of it, because that's what you are about, okay? The team that they were playing, the Sun, the team that they were playing, they usually play at a 4,500 seat venue, and I think do they move venues to the or do they always play the Mohegan Sun and they just never sell it out?
They just never sell it out.
All right, so here, Tom, before we start statistics, let's start business, because that's what you're all about. And they sold out their arena for the first time since their opening, since their very first game as an organization. This particular team sold out their facility because of Caitlin Clark. So we'll start there. Got sellout. Before she scores .1, she's made them how many millions of dollars in gate, probably?
Yeah, she's a beast.
Yeah. So, okay, now let's break the points down like you were getting ready to.
Yeah, so she scored 20 points, right?
Right.
And it's her first, game in the WNBA against the best of the best.
Right.
So, it's all the Caitlin Clarks of college over the last decade all playing on how many WNBA teams are there?
I think maybe 8 or 12. I don't know. Let me
I think
ask.
it's 12. But
Hey Alexa, how many WNBA teams are there?
There are 12 teams in the
12, yeah, I was
WNBA.
right.
All right, so you probably have 12, person roster. So you got the best 144 women basketball players of the last decade.
Right.
She's not playing, Northwestern.
Right. She's not playing, Purdue.
Okay, so she scored 20 points. I think the Fever in the game scored 71.
yes, they did.
So 21 into 71, what's that, like 28% of the total points of the team?
There's my Tom Bean right there to Seth. I could have never done that off my head. Could you? Could you, Seth? Be honest. Could you?
I mean, I could have thrown a number out. It would have been accurate.
Yeah, but Tom Bean, I already got me. I mean, that's my Tom Bean right there. That's my boy.
All right, so she scored 28% of the points of the team in their first game. So let's talk about some of the greatest basketball players of all time. It's sad that I know this, but Michael Jordan.
I think Michael Jordan scored, 24 his first night.
I think he scored 16.
I know Larry Bird scored, 22.
I think Larry Bird scored like less than that, like 14.
Hold on.
He won. He was right about
Hold on.
Michael.
I'm Tom Bean. Very rarely do I get these opportunities, but I'm gonna face you right now. I'm gonna face you on stats.
All right, so
Here we go.
Let's look.
Hey Alexa, how many points did Larry Bird score in his very first professional basketball game?
In his debut game, Larry Bird scored 14 points, which is quite notable considering he made 6 field goals and 2 to 2
2
foul
for 2 for Tom Bean.
Snap!
First points, which I'm blown away by. He knows those 2 stats. Random facts.
Well,
Snap!
I thought.
Wow.
Oh my.
Okay, so how many points?
I'm just gonna shut my fat mouth up.
How many points did the Celtics score in that game?
I don't even know. I don't even want to keep going down that rabbit hole.
Probably 100.
Right, probably.
So, he scored 14%, and we're clowning on Caitlin Clark?
Yeah. And
Who
like
scored 20?
And like Seth said, man, just naturally, people just want to be dicks. People just want to be dicks. And the other thing is, I mean, some of the African American players are talking smack about. I think the girl from LSU is like, she's not all that, and she's getting all this attention, and she's selling out arenas, and so she's got a lot of people hating on her, and I find her refreshing. Let me tell you this: if I lived in Indiana, me and Larry Plummer, or me and Sumo would make it to a Fever game just so I could watch her in person. I would. I mean, Tom, if you had an opportunity, to drive an hour, let's say that Orlando has a WNBA team, and we can get. I'd go watch her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's her very first points. She got in trouble. She got in foul trouble early on.
Yeah, and she was having turnover. She was just struggling in the first half. But
hold on. Nice steal.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish would have happened on this is I wish she would have, because you know what Larry would have done, Tom. Larry wouldn't have gone in for the free throw. For the layup. He would have stopped at the 3-point line and drained it. Larry loved doing that because that's a pimp. You got to think a layup. That's what, a 99, Tom. 99 for NBA players. That's a 99 percentile make. But 3-point land. I mean, you got to have some big balls if you have an unabated, a way to the rim to just do an unattested layup, or you stop and pop from 3. I mean, you're automatically decreasing your at least by 60% on making that shot, just statistically, right? I mean, the best 3-pointer players in the league shoot 40%, right? And isn't that what Steph Curry and those guys shoot?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah, so you can either 100% make a layup because you're not going to miss a layup, please. I can make a layup, or stop and pop and deliver from 3. Just shows you how big your balls are.
Yeah, but then if she misses it, everybody says,
I know.
Kate.
I know. I just wish
Clark comes up with his steam.
and she let me kind of fake like she was going to.
Yeah.
Like, watch, ready?
Clark thought about pulling up from 3. Will dip inside and lay it in. There are the first points.
That's an away game.
Yeah, that's in a way. It's at the Mohican Sun in Hartford. I think. This is another.
her popping a 3.
Her popping a 3.
Here's Clark. A good.
Man, and boy, she doesn't even, like, sometimes they get real close to the line. She didn't even worry about that line. She's more worried about the out-of-bounds line. Watch where she pops from.
Benley.
And she's
Nice
catch
pick.
and release. It's gone.
Yeah. Catch and release. You're right. Take it from the pick, and boom, it's
Clark,
up.
a good look from three. She got it. The first three in the career of Caitlin Clark.
It's a good flick.
And me see, is there any other one? Well,
I
that's
don't
it,
think
that's
so.
it.
That's about it.
So anyway, man, I think this chick's gonna go on and have a very successful career, and I think that she's gonna be averaging, mid-20s, maybe 30s. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. Oh, look, I got a Caitlin Clark hat. Look at that.
Yeah, Brandon the Quad.
From Brandon the Quad. So I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan.
She'll get better as the year goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, because Michael Jordan and,
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird had terrible carears. I mean,
I think
starting with 16 and 14, I mean, such jobbers.
But I think though I think you'll find me factually correct on this. Larry was the Rookie of the Year his first year. He beat Magic for Rookie of the Year.
Yep, I believe you're right.
And I don't was Jordan had to be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hey Alexa, was Michael Jordan Rookie of the Year?
Michael Jordan debuted in 1984.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Hey Alexa, who was the NBA 1984 Rookie of the Year? I can get 2 ways to skin a cat on you, bitch. Oh, then now she's
The
giving me
Chicago Bulls' Michael Jordan won the NBA
There you go.
Rookie of the Year award in 1984.
So you're right, Tom. You just score 12 and 14 respectfully in your very first season, but go on to win the rookie MVP. I think she's going to be okay.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.